Okay, so my name is Megan. Some of you may know me, some of you may not, but I am the leader of this team. And I have been a coach for about 5 years. I'm also a mom of four. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a wife. I wear many hats. My plate is very, very full, and it always was full. Yet I somehow, decided to just dive into this coaching opportunity. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about that. As well, I have a couple other coaches on my team that are going to share their story as well. Then I'm going to share just a quick little video that I think will give you a really inside look as to some of the details of coaching. And then we'll do a Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions throughout, you can go ahead and just use the chat box and you can just type them in, or at the end, if you want, you can unmute yourself. This is very casual. So, anything that pops up, please just ask. I'm just going to write in the chat box just so you all know where it is. And then we will get started. Okay. So, like I said, my name is Megan, and I have been coaching for officially 5 years now. And I always like to say that I sort of accidentally fell into coaching because growing a business from home, doing something online was definitely not what I was looking for. I was, working pretty much full-time hours as a registered nurse. At the time, I had three young kids at home, and my husband was actually working out west on the pipeline. So he was gone for like 3 months at a time, and then home for 4 weeks, and then gone for 3 months, home for another 4 weeks. And we did this for a couple years. So like I was solo parenting, working crazy hours, and we had like three kids, four and under. Like it was absolutely nuts. And because of that, I was like worn ragged. I was not healthy. I was surviving on coffee and grilled cheese crusts and goldfish. Like I was just trying to survive every single day. I was completely sleep deprived. I had actually like lost a lot of weight. So I was pretty thin and just like unhealthy, very, very unhealthy. So I actually saw my coach on social media. I knew her just from growing up around our hometown, and she was talking about this superfoods shake and how just one shake a day, she was able to get in all of the nutrition that her body needed. She wasn't talking about like weight loss or anything like that. That was never my interest. But the fact that I could quickly make up this shake that looked really good, and it was packed full of nutrients, vitamins. She even said it was like drinking 6 salads. Like that's how much vegetables was packed into this, and nutrients and vitamins. I was like, that's exactly what I need. And so I ordered it right away, and it came with a workout program, and it came with these portion controlled cups. And I started drinking the Shakeology right away. And within about a week or so, I started to feel a little bit better. I started to have more energy. I had less bloating. I just like felt happier and more productive. Like it was just this weird feeling of like feeling really good. And because I was feeling really good, I decided to, press play on those workouts, and I looked into the nutrition plans a little bit. And over the next few weeks, I just sort of dabbled in what was right in front of me. And very quickly, I started to feel amazing. My body started to change. I started to develop some muscles. Like I felt stronger. I felt healthier. I felt happier. And I remember one morning sitting there thinking, why isn't everyone doing this? Like, this is so simple. I feel so good. And if I can do it, this busy, rundown, exhausted mom who is raising these children on her own, working almost full time as a registered nurse, like, if I can do this, why isn't everyone doing this? And why is there people in the world unhealthy, not fit, and feeling like crap? Because it just didn't make sense to me, because I had felt that way. And then I completely flipped it around because of taking control of my health, my fitness, nutrition, and it just made the biggest difference. So that's sort of how I kind of like started looking at the coaching opportunity, because I just so desperately wanted other people to know about this. It really came from an authentic, passionate place. It had nothing to do with earning an income, building a business. In fact, I didn't even really know that that was possible. However, once I got into coaching and I started, helping out some people in my hometown and helping out some nurses, and I got them set up with the program and the containers and Shakeology, and I was just really having fun with it. Now, fast forward, and I am pregnant with our fourth baby. And the thought of going back to work after that maternity leave was like sickening to me. I had always wanted 4 children. I was sort of like living the life I always wanted, yet I did not want to have to go to work full time. But I knew that that was really the only option that we had. We were sort of like almost living paycheck to paycheck at the time. We weren't in debt by any means, but we were never really getting ahead of things. And I was at the top of the pay scale as a nurse. I was working a lot. So the only way that I was going to start earning more money was to start working more hours, picking up weekends, holidays, more night shifts. Like that was our only option at that point. And that just didn't sit well with me. I wanted to be at home with my babies. I didn't necessarily want to give up nursing, but I really didn't want to be doing that more than I was at home. So I really dove into the coaching opportunity during that mat leave, and I just decided to go all in because I had seen other people have like financial success and they were growing 6-7 figure businesses with this opportunity. And I thought, like, I can do this. I am so passionate about this. I'm proof the product works. There's no reason why I can't make this work. And so I just dove in. I started sharing more than ever. I started asking people to join my team and to come on little Zoom webinars like this to hear a little bit more about the opportunity. And over time, I have been able to grow my team. We're into the hundreds now. Like our team is really quite large, and we're one of the top teams in Canada. I have been able to more than replace my full-time nursing income at about the 3-year mark, I think I did. Last year, I began earning 6 figures a year, and every year my income keeps growing because I keep growing as a person, and I just don't stop because I believe so passionately that everyone should have the opportunity to feel really, really good in their life. And this is the vehicle that gets you there. This is the vehicle that gets you healthy, fit. It gives you a community of women. It gives you friendship. It gives you a side income that can be whatever you want it to be. If you just want to make a little bit of extra money here and there, that's amazing. If you want to earn, $500 a week, we can do that. $1,000 a week, we can do that. If you want to be able to replace your full-time income, we can do that. Like the sky is absolutely the limit. But that's kind of my story in like a very quick nutshell. I could, of course, go on and on, but there are a couple other women on here that want to share their story as well. But I just want to sort of hit home the fact that a lot of people join our team for many different reasons. Some people do want to build a business. Like they come in sort of with that business mindset and they're like, I'm ready to run with this and make something big out of it. Other people come into it like I did and they want the extra accountability and they just want to sort of inspire people and they feel really passionate about paying it forward. And other people really want like the friendships and the personal growth that comes with this. Whatever your problems are right now, whatever it is that you feel like you're struggling with in life, I can almost guarantee that this opportunity can solve that problem. There is just so many avenues with this and so much personal growth that you will undergo just from joining us. So I'm going to pass it over to Michelle, and she's going to share a little bit about her journey.
Thanks, Megan. Can everybody hear me okay? Perfect. Okay, I'm so happy to see everybody. This is exciting, 20 ladies. So I have a page of notes, and like Megan, I could talk about coaching forever because Megan and I started this relationship together about 4 years ago, and it was me breastfeeding my baby in the middle of the night, and I saw her on Facebook, and she seemed to be like the mom that had her shit together, and I wanted to have my shit together, and I felt like I did not have my shit together. So we just chatted back and forth, and we just kind of developed a relationship. And then finally she asked me over and over, do you want to just do a program with me? I'm like, no, I don't have the money. I don't have the time. And then it just came to a point, like I had 4 kids in 6 years, and I only identified as a mom. That's all I wanted to be, actually. I wanted to be a mom because that's what you did, right? You went to school, you went to university or college, you got married, you had babies, done. End of story, right? That's what I thought. That's what it was for me. But then I kind of lost myself in motherhood, and it was really not great because I would look in a mirror and I didn't even recognize myself. And I was kind of disappointed in myself as a mother at that point because I always wanted to be a mom. I've always been the happy person, but yet when I looked in a mirror, I had no idea who was looking back at me. And I was sad about that because that's not who I wanted my kids to see. It's not who I wanted to be. I wanted the kids to have the best of me, not what was left of me. And there wasn't much left of me. So it came to a point where my son said to me, when he's like, Mommy, you play with me? Like, Mommy is just so tired. I just want to sit here and watch you play. And he's like, Mommy, we're fine. You need to start taking care of yourself. Like a 7-year-old said that to me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I do. And then finally I told Megan, I'm ready. So I didn't start as a coach right away. I just started as a challenger, and I did a program called 80-Day Obsession. And within a couple of weeks, I noticed I wasn't waking up to live for nap time. Like, when's nap time? Wake up, when's nap time? And then eventually as I was physically working on myself, a mindset shift happened. And there was always this voice inside of me before that said, there's more to being a mom. And you had to find it. But I had no idea. Until I finished that program, I realized, like, holy crap, this was the more. Like, I get goosebumps thinking about it because it was nuts. So again, Megan approached me. She's like, Michelle, you have to coach. Like, you had such a great transformation, not only physically, but mentally. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll think about it, kind of thing. And then the summer happened. And then slowly I started falling back into some habits. And then I started feeling those feelings again. And I'm like, I think I'm going to do that program again because I don't want to feel that. It got past that and I was feeling it again. And then it just was like a light bulb that, like, this is not a quick fix. This is a lifestyle change. And to keep myself accountable, I decided to coach because coaching is the ultimate accountability, because I can't show up for others if I'm not showing up for myself. I'm not that type of person to do as I say, not as I do kind of person. So I was like, jumped right in. And so, yeah, it was ultimate accountability. I did not come into this business thinking of building a 6-figure business or doing anything business-like. I just wanted to keep myself accountable. And then I thought, hey, if I can help any person, mom, get past those feelings that I had, bonus. So I started accountability group on Facebook. I had 8 people start, just like some friends start with me and stuff. And it was just fun. And then I did a scary thing and I started posting my workout videos on Instagram and Facebook. I wanted to vomit when I did that because that was just putting myself out there. But the more I put myself out there, the more people were like, wow, you're doing it. You have 4 kids, you have a part-time job, you solo parent most of the time, and you're doing it. What is my excuse? And it just came to a point where I had to get over my bullshit. I had to get over my excuses, and I did. So fast forward, I've been in this business for about 1.5 years, and I have no idea, and I'm never going to stop because I would do this for free. This is so fulfilling to meet new women, to help new women. And it's kind of like starts the ripple effect. And then it just keeps going up because even though you're showing up as your best self, you're showing up as your best self for your kids, your husband, your coworkers, and it just keeps on going from here. And that's what Beachbody is all about, is you're getting paid to be the best version of yourself for being healthy. And I never was a personal development person, but it came up to a point where it just, like, it kind of goes hand in hand, because when you work on yourself physically, mentally, it all kind of comes together. So since I started coaching, I have helped over about 120 women in a year and a half. And they're some of their friends too. It's the ultimate accountability, but the community. Last year, this time, I actually had the opportunity to go to our team retreat where I actually got to meet Megan, my coach who helped me through all this, and a bunch of fabulous ladies. And it was totally out of my comfort zone. And I found out that when you step out of the comfort zone, you just keep on growing. And that's what's exciting about this business, is because I keep on getting out of my comfort zone. I get scared, I get through that fear, and I keep growing. So now, a mom of 4 who just wanted to lose some baby weight and feel better about itself, I think of myself as a business owner, as a leader, extra money for the kids' activities. I earned my first incentive trip in the first year. I did not even plan on any of that. It's just, I discovered a passion I never knew I had, and I just want to keep on doing it because it fills my cup. It fills my cup, and when my cup is filled, everything, my husband's cup is filled, my kids, my coworkers, it's kind of a contagious thing, and you just don't want to stop it. And if you can help somebody else feel that amazing, can you imagine what the world would be like if everybody felt amazing every single day? So again, I got goosebumps. This is such a passion of mine, and I can't help but share it with others, because if you're looking to lose weight, if you're looking for accountability, if you're looking for community, if you're looking for extra income, this is what this business is all about. And especially now with all this COVID business going on, I have been leaning on this community hard. Every day at like 9 a.m., a bunch of us get together, we work out together. And it has just been everything to me. And I feel like it could be a lot for a lot of people. So that's why I continue on. And I've built a little team here in Thunder Bay, where I'm from. And it's expanding to the West Coast and East Coast. And I'm just excited to bring more ladies on, because this is how we rise, is by lifting others up. And it's been so fulfilling. And I just want everybody to experience that. And I think I can keep on going, but I'm going to stop right there.
Awesome. Thank you. That was amazing. Okay, I'm going to pass it off to Nikki.
Hey, can y'all hear me okay? Sometimes the audio is cutting in and out. Okay, perfect. So I started with a Beachbody program with my coach, Camille, back in June 2018. My birthday's in June. I was probably the biggest I ever was at that point in time. I had 2 best friends. They wanted to do it all together. So, and I will say, I canceled them the day they came in. I said,
Nikki, you keep cutting out.
something cheaper, just not going to happen.
Oh no.
And Camille kind of nudged me and said, hey, look, you've had an amazing transformation. Why don't you join me? Like, you have nothing to lose. We talked a little bit. I talked to my husband. I do feel like when I do something, I kind of go all in. I bought the package, I do the things. And anyway, so I was like, what? If I help a few people, that's great. I made my first post.
Oh dear. Hey, Nikki, are you able
And
to?
I felt,
Nikki?
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you keep cutting out, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we've missed a lot of your story.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. You'll be good for like 30 seconds and then it all cuts out. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe what we'll do is I'll play the video, and if you want to try on your phone, like connect with your phone, and then after the video, you can share your story. Okay, let's do that. We just fly by the seat of our pants here. So I am just going to share a really quick video with you guys. I just love this video because it just gives you sort of the basics that you need to know. So I'm gonna stop.
We are so excited that you want to check out what a Beachbody coach is and how you can join our team. Our team is full of a whole lot.
I don't think I shared my screen, did I? Okay, can you guys see my screen? Michelle, I'm seeing you. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's try this now.
A lot of heart and a whole lot of hustle. And although we come from all different kinds of backgrounds, we have the common goal of making the world a healthier and healthier place. In fact, our mission is to help others achieve their goals and lead healthy and fulfilling lives. But how do we do that? The first way we do that is to lead by example. So we simply practice what we preach. Our consistency and results with our own proven programs and products is what inspires others to get started. So what proven programs and products are we talking about? We're talking about Beachbody. Beachbody is a global leader in health and fitness, and that's who we partner with as coaches. If you haven't heard of Beachbody, maybe you've heard of P90X, Insanity, or some other amazing programs. When P90X was released, there were a lot of people getting amazing results and sharing those results online. These people were also supporting and motivating along the way. The success stories were pouring in, and Beachbody started looking at their future. When CEO Carl Daikeler and President John Congdon started examining this success, they realized a huge part of that was from satisfied customers who were sharing their results and their experiences with others. This natural sharing of the programs and products and their love for Beachbody led them to develop a compensation plan where these coaches would start earning income from doing what they were already doing. That was the start of the Team Beachbody coaching opportunity. So as coaches, we use these amazing programs and products and recommend the best ones for others. We have Beachbody On Demand, which is pretty much the Netflix of fitness. Not only do you get access to our amazing fitness programs that are developed by the top fitness experts in the world, they also have individualized meal plans for every single program. At Beachbody, we focus on nutrition just as much as fitness. Shakeology is hands down the best nutritional shake out there. We have so many other amazing nutritional supplements, and we're constantly creating new ones, including the Performance line, which is even a sponsor of the Ironman. One of our most recent programs focuses solely on nutrition and your mindset around food, and is created by a registered dietitian nutritionist. And we can't forget our deliciously addicting beach bars. So the next thing we do as coaches is we authentically share our journey. We simply share our experiences with our amazing programs and products, which inspires others to start. We share with our friends and family and on social media. And do not let that social media part scare you. We will teach you in our training all about how to share your journey. We want you to think progress, not perfection. We are not perfect as coaches. We're all just real people who have the same struggles as everyone else. But we lead by example, and we show other people how they can get it done too. We push play, and we show up for ourselves. And you do not need to be at your own health and fitness goal to start helping others and sharing your journey. We're just passionate, everyday people who love helping others. And through the consistent sharing of your journey, that's going to inspire people to come to you and ask you what you've been up to and become interested in joining. And once they decide to join you, you'll simply help pick out the best program for them and their goals. Then we just support them on their journey. So how exactly do we support them online? One way is through our online private challenge groups. These are judgment-free accountability groups where we do daily check-ins, share tips, struggles, recipes, and more to help them out. As a brand new coach, you can join our groups and add your people to those groups. So why should you join our team and partner with Beachbody? Number one, as coaches, there is no creating meal plans or workout plans. They're already created by the experts. We just align people with the right ones for them. And they're proven to work, so all the work is done for you. Beachbody prides itself in delivering results, and that happens because of rigorous testing and making sure that they're constantly innovating. And I love that they have something for everyone. Number two, no inventory. They handle everything for us, the shipping, the customer service, and there are no big buy-ins as a coach, and zero sales requirements for you to remain a coach and get commissions. Customers simply order through our websites that are given to us from Beachbody. Number 3, they're constantly training and supporting us along our business and health and fitness journeys. They host daily trainings as well as weekly calls and even events and workshops. Number 4, rewards and recognition that they give us. They have monthly rewards and recognition as well as earned vacations and leadership trips. These rewards and recognition are earned simply by helping people and helping your team to be successful. And our team's favorite reward, the trips that you can earn. It's not just for you, it's for your spouse or a guest as well. Our team had so much fun in Mexico this year, and we would love to see you on a future trip with us. This is your business that you get to build however you want. Because it's all online, it's flexible hours. You also get to decide if you want to work towards a part-time income or a full-time income. And your goals can change at any time, so don't ever discount the fact that you could make this a full-time income. Many of the full-time coaches on our team never intended to leave their full-time careers, but goals and circumstances change. When you start to reap the benefits of this amazing business, as well as get the pure satisfaction of helping other people and getting those messages of, you changed my life. It's really, really hard to not want to do this every second of your day, especially once you realize that there is no ceiling on your income potential and you get the freedom to work the hours you want, wherever you want. And as a coach in our community, you are surrounded by amazing, like-minded, and positive people, and they lift you up and push you to be your best self. Being surrounded by these people is one of the best forms of accountability in your own health and fitness goals. So, if you made it this far, we know you're ready to get started on our team. First things first, remember, we're always working on ourselves first. So we'll ask you some questions to help you choose the right program for you. We'll also recommend the best nutritional products for you and your goals right now as well. Then we'll bundle those together in what we call a challenge pack for you to get the best deal. That is all you have to do to invest in building a business of your dreams. And get this, your coach sign-up fee is waived when you buy a package. Your only initial investment into this business is an investment into yourself. These are programs and products that you're going to use to better your health. And just like all of our products, the coaching opportunity itself is also zero risk. There is nothing to lose. When you sign up as a coach with a challenge pack, your coaching sign-up fee is waived. And if after 30 days you're not impressed with the challenge pack, then you can return it, no questions asked. Even if you finish a whole bag of Shakeology, we will take it back empty because we stand behind our products. After your first month, your only requirement is the $15.95 business service fee. That covers the websites that they give us to use to send our customers to order, as well as our coach online office to help us run our business. It also covers our 24/7 customer service, as well as the inventory and order fulfillment, because remember, we don't have to stock up on a bunch of inventory. Our customers just order through our website and it's sent directly to them. It also goes towards our support and trainings that are so valuable. And if you or your spouse are active military or veterans, your fee is waived per month as a thank you for serving our country. You can cancel at any time. We don't have any long-term commitments or anything like that. So the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to either continue or start your journey. And while you're doing that, you'll start our new coach training. And that's going to teach you everything you need to know as a new coach. And the last thing is that you're going to just start sharing your journey and inviting others, which you'll learn more about in our training. We truly hope that this looks like a great fit for you, and we can't wait to have you join our team. Please reach out to your coach and ask any questions you might have.
Okay. Did Nikki jump? Oh, there she is. Awesome. Okay. So maybe you guys have some questions that have sort of popped up from that video. You can go ahead and just start putting them in the chat box. But what I'm going to do is have Nikki just share her story because it is an amazing story. And I think that there's lots of you guys on this call that are really going to relate to her. And then we'll do a quick Q&A after that.
Okay, so I think my husband helped me figure this out. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, let's try again. So I'm Nikki. I am a nurse practitioner. I work in hospital medicine at an academic medical center in Jackson, Mississippi. I started my journey back in June 2018. That's my birthday month, and at that point in time, I was probably my biggest ever. I think just the stress of working the 12-hour shifts and just this like work, eat, sleep. We had terrible habits. always grabbing fast food. My friend that was also a nurse at the time, now we're both nurse practitioners, but at the time we were both nurses, and she said, look, a friend from high school of mine is like killing it on Instagram. She's like this super Insta mom, and she is just the epitome of health and fitness, and we just need to do whatever she's doing. Sure. So I signed up. My coach, I don't know if she's on here, but Camille is my coach. And so I started with a 21-day program. My package came in the mail. I did the full package. I'm not a subscription person. So literally the day my package came in, I canceled the shakes. I was like, I'm not going to drink these things. It's too much money. I can just go to the store and buy something. It's just not worth it. So, but then they were good. I was like, I'm at least going to drink this bag because, I mean, it's 30 days back guaranteed. Let me just drink the whole bag. So drank the whole bag, and they were delicious. They filled all the nutrient gaps that I was missing trying to eat proper portions and do my workouts. And so 3 weeks later, I put my foot in my mouth and I said, okay, Camille, I want the shakes. I want it all. I want the discount, whatever I need to do. So I signed up initially for the discount. I did have really, really good results with the 21-day fix, and I decided I was going to make a post. I wasn't interested in necessarily building the business, but I felt so good about it that I just knew, at least I knew several nurses right offhand that could really benefit from this. Like, we were all spinning our wheels. We were all eating terrible food. We were all working too long. We weren't putting ourselves first. It was always our patients or our family or whatever. It was never us. So I said, maybe somebody will join me. So I shared my results, and instantly my nursing floor, I had friends from high school reach out, like, what are you doing? I need to do this. And so it kind of happened organically, I would say. So then I reached out to Camille and panicked. So I said, oh my God, what do I do? People want to do what I do, and I don't know what to tell them. I don't know how to send them an order. I don't know anything about the business. I just felt good, and now somebody wants to do it too. So she stepped me along that process. By November, I was probably in the best shape of my life, and I come from competitive dancing. All through when I grew up, before I became a nurse, I was in a dance company. I was on the college dance team, and I never had results like this. I had abs that I never saw before, even dancing. So I just knew I could keep this going, keep this working. And I was doing even longer shifts, and I was doing longer workouts just because I was so energized. It felt good to help other people too. So even though I might have only had 2 or 3 people in my accountability group, it didn't matter because we were all having fun with it. They were seeing success. I was still seeing success. So I just thought it was a fun way, even to fill a void. I didn't have that dance community anymore. I just had, work. And so I think for me, it was also just a good way to have community at that point, because I didn't have anything like a hobby. I had work and I had wife life at that point. So then ultimately I wanted to try to have a baby. And that meant being healthy first. So checked that box. We got pregnant in January of last year. Had our son in September. Because of all the hard work I put in the first few months of coaching, I did earn my ticket to one of our biggest events for Beachbody called Summit. At first I thought, how am I going to go? I'm going to be pregnant. I'm going to be so big. But it was just the community aspect of it. I said, I don't care. I'm getting to Indianapolis. It's going to be so fun. We're just going to figure it out. So at 7 months pregnant, my husband drove me, because I was scared to fly at that point. My husband drove me to Summit, which was like 14 hours, y'all. Got to Summit, had the best time of my life. There was so much to learn in our workshops, just hanging out with everybody that we met on the internet, had Zoom calls with. It was just so supportive, and something I had never really had before, even in dancing. Sometimes that just seemed very superficial, but this just felt really genuine, and that people actually cared about you and what was going on. In fact, I lost my wristband one day, and literally Michelle, one of our grandma coaches, as we call her, she literally was about to hand over her husband's wristband to get me in whatever workshop I needed to, because somehow I'd managed to lose it. And she was a complete stranger. I'd never met her in my life. And that's kind of how that community has continued to be. I started my postpartum journey in probably November-ish after I had Barrett. And it was slow. And I thought, gosh, I'm a health and wellness mentor, and this is slow, and I haven't lost the weight. So I just leaned in more to the group because I knew somebody else had a slow journey. Not everybody's journey is quick. Not everybody bounces back like, you know, the Instagram postpartum journey. Not everybody does that. And I didn't realize that was going to be my case, but it was, and it was slow. And I think this group just kind of helped me get through, like, every journey is different, and it's going to still be good in the end. So here I am. I've lost all the baby weight. I'm actually busier than ever with a 9-month-old now with the COVID pandemic, and we are like the front line being hospital medicine. We are taking all of the COVID patients. So our service is busting at the seams. We're working so many extra hours. And my health and wellness business is growing though too, because I just keep sharing that even though we're busy, even though we feel like we don't have time, whatever that is, you can still work it in. You can still fit it. It just means that much. And I think if it didn't mean that much, then I wouldn't be where I am today, you know, personally, in the business, whatever. So I do have a little team of mine. Now I'm able to cover daycare costs. I'm actually hopefully going back to school, to med school. I won't apply until next year, but I'm having to take some prereq classes, and this business has allowed me to pay for those prereq classes and not really have to worry about that. So I'm just really thankful that I jumped on and said yes 2 years ago, because it's just filled so much in my life.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Does anybody have questions for any of us, or just questions in general? Anything that's kind of like you're not understanding, or anything that's jumping out? We are open book. So I'll just give it a couple seconds here. If anybody does, you can unmute, or you can just put in the chat box. And then more than likely, the coach who sent you the link will probably be in touch either after this call or sometime tomorrow, just to see if you did have any questions. And then sort of what happens next is, if you are brand new to Beachbody, meaning that you aren't already in one of our groups, using our programs, the workouts, all of that, that would be your first step, is to get into a group and start working on your own journey. That is number one. And then we will give you access to the team training and to, you know, our new coach workshops, and just start to dive into the business whenever you are ready. And if you already are a member in one of our groups, you can just sort of dive into the business, and whatever that looks like, whatever your goals are, we sort of work with you. So great question. What should I expect for the first month money-wise? How much will I invest? So this month, actually, we have a really great promotion on our startup package. It is $160 Canadian and it's $140 US. I'm pretty sure I'm saying those prices right. So they are $24 off this month, which is just amazing savings. We usually see that about once a year happen, and this is the month that it's happening. So that will get you a year subscription to Beachbody On Demand. So you're going to have access to every single workout program that Beachbody has created. As well, you will get a month's supply of Shakeology, or you can choose a different sort of product line, which is our Energize and Recover. So you can kind of choose. And then there's sort of different packages that you can choose from at that price point that might include, you know, the affirmation cards that a lot of us use in our morning routine. So different stuff like that. So we'll figure out the best package for you, but that's usually about a starting price. And then that also includes your coach enrollment fee. So either 160 or 140, depending on if you're Canadian or US. And then, our goal with all new coaches that come onto our team, if they're wanting to build a business, our goal is that you see a return in that investment within your first 30 days. That's really, really important. If you're wanting to earn an income, we work with you to try to make that happen so that this business actually isn't costing you anything. And that's amazing. Okay, question. Okay, this is a great question. Nikki, this is for you.
Oh,
Are you able to see that?
yes, I do.
Okay.
So it was tough in the beginning. I think you just really have to be disciplined with your time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We can all make it happen. You might have to wake up an hour early. You might have to stay up an hour late. You can build this business in an hour a day, but it has to be intentional. You have to write things down. What I like to do is the night before, I'll write down, who I might need to check in with my group, or I might plan what I might be sharing on social media the next day. Those sorts of things. I try to wake up early anyway, just to clear my head and get a good game plan, even though I've planned it the night before. I usually spend my mornings checking in. I might share some stories just about the morning. My commute to work is another, it's not very long. I mean, it's 30 minutes, but that's another time where I can get in some personal development, or I can send some voice messages to people. I love kind of talking back and forth with people. So that's a time where I can still connect with my current challengers or with anybody that's thinking about it. I typically do that on the way to work or early in the morning. I'm not a morning workout person. I probably should be. I just feel like I just don't have that get up and go in the morning. So I try to do more computer or business things in the morning. When I get home in the evening, I just know that it's just going to be go, go, go until bedtime. I drink my mom juice or our Energize. Barrett goes down for a nap, and he's usually down for an hour. I get my workout in. I share my workout. I mean, it's busy, but again, it's just so worth it. All the benefits that I've seen over the last 2 years, it's just the time you end up committing to these things. It doesn't seem like you're doing work, or it doesn't seem like it's just like, oh, I gotta check in with somebody. It's fun. So I just know that I have to carve out some time in the day and do it and just make it happen. And these girls keep me accountable all the time. I mean, there's always calls you can get on to check in, or if you have any questions, there's somebody always available anytime, because we're all on different time zones and have different schedules. Somebody is there to help. So, you just have to share and just keep pushing forward.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything you said. And I think one of the best things about joining our team and becoming a coach is that you will start to create habits. And one of those habits more than likely will be a morning routine if you don't have one, because it's just something that we preach, and it's something that really can help you out in so many areas of your life. And for me, when I really started building this business, and I had baby number 4 at home, and again, I was on my own completely, I had to take a really hard look at where my time was going. Yes, I felt incredibly busy, but I also had time to scroll. The scroll that starts, and 20 minutes later you're like, who is this person that I am even looking at? You don't even know, and you go down this rabbit hole. So I really had to get a handle on the ridiculous amount of scrolling I was doing, and also reality TV. Oh gosh, I didn't miss any reality TV ever. And so I just had to make the decision to give up that, because this business was important to me. And even my breaks at work, instead of sitting in the lounge, gossiping with the nurses and listening to everyone kind of complain about this and that, I would just go sit somewhere else, and I could get half an hour of solid work done. I took advantage of every little pocket that I had, and and the business started to grow to a point that it created more freedom in my life. So it's absolutely possible. I don't think that anybody can say like, well, I'm busier than you, because we're all busy. We all live very, very full lives. But it's all about how badly you want something. And then it's just about not having any excuses and just finding a way to make it happen and being really intentional. And that's what we do too as part of this team, is we help you to figure out what you need to do and when you can do it. So I hope that answers your question.
Can't hear you, Megan.
Oh my gosh. You
muted yourself and kept on talking.
Oh my gosh. I was like, was I did that whole time? Anyway, I was just saying, if there's any more questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat. But, thank you everyone for taking your time out tonight. I know that it's a holiday in the US today. So just really appreciate you guys being here, and someone will be in touch with you, and then we'll go from there. And I can't wait to see who joins our team in the coming days, and just to help you whatever it is that you want us to help you with, whether it's health, fitness, accountability, business, community, all the above. So, okay, good night, guys. Oh, there is a question. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. If you need to leave, you can leave. I'm not making anybody stay here. But what is the work for a coach on an average day? Posting on social media, messaging others to join. So that's kind of a loaded question, and it really depends on what your goals are, for sure. But sort of like what it looks like for a coach, like that's going to be different for me versus a brand new coach. But there's a couple things that really are like, you got to do these things in order to build a business. One of them is to work on yourself. Like, you have to be working out. You have to be, eating nutrition, like good nutrition. Doesn't mean that you can't have ice cream and like live a life. No, not at all. Nobody has to be perfect, but that is just part of this business, is becoming your best self with our products, but also with personal development. So spending like even 10 minutes on personal development is key. So those are really, really important. And honestly, those are number one. The second one is you just want to share your journey, however that looks like for you, whether that's talking to people in person, sharing it on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, but just sharing what it is that you are doing. Does it mean that you scream from the rooftops that you're a Beachbody coach? Not necessarily. Like, I never wanted to do that, but I did start sharing how I was working out and how I was eating healthier and how I was feeling so amazing. And I used to feel like garbage. So just starting to share things like that. And also just reaching out to people and connecting with people. So we teach you how to add to your network and sort of start to build your funnel and expand your network, because most people come into this business and they're like, yeah, well, I have 150 friends on Facebook, or I live in a town with 300 people, or on Instagram I only have 500 followers. That's okay, because we all started like that too, but we really teach you how to expand and how to start connecting with other people and relating to other people and building those relationships, much like how a lot of you probably connected with whoever it is that brought you onto this call. So those are sort of like the very small things. Of course, there's more to it, but you don't have to start running your own group right away if you don't want to. If that's something that does interest you, we'll help you set one up and start to promote it. Otherwise, you can just add to the coach that you are going to enroll with, and she will allow you to add people into her group, and you can start to build the community that way. So does that make sense? Okay. Awesome. All right, guys, we will talk soon, and have an amazing night.